All right, so in this video, we are going to do something a little bit different here. As you can see, what you are looking at is my Kali Linux box that I've mentioned in previous videos, and it is really the primary tool that I'm going to be using for just displaying some red team concepts here for the cybersecurity home lab. But today in particular, what I wanted to do is talk about this tool called John the Ripper. It is a pretty popular tool, and I'm sure some of you are even aware of its capabilities, but essentially it is a password security and auditing tool that can really be used to take MD5 or really a multitude of different types of hashes and potentially even convert that over to clear text passwords. In this particular case, I actually have a file here that is called demo hashes, so what I'll just do is ls-al here. You will see a file that says demo hashes, particularly the one with the #1 next to it, because the other one was giving me some issues earlier. So that is the file that we will be focusing on today. And essentially that file contains a list of, actually a list of non-crackable hashes at the moment, because I've already cracked some of the, well, I guess all the hashes in them already. So what we're actually going to do is add some more to that file. So one thing that we can do is append, let's say we wanted to create a hash here. So yeah, let me start there. I'll just create a hash here. So what I will do is echo dash n, and then we will use something a very commonly used password, for example. So just use, yeah, that's fine. We'll just use password. And then what we will do is create a MD5 hash for that. So the command for that is MD5 sum. And then what we will do is append that to the demo hashes.txt file. Well, specifically the one with the #1 next to it. And then what we will do is create another one. So outside password, maybe we will do something like I don't know. I'm a nerdy guy, so maybe I'll go with the anime character. Let's do Goku, for example. Um, Again, we'll create a hash for that, MD5 hash, and then we will append that to demo hashes1.txt. All right, so now what we will do is use the cat command to display the text for that txt. And what you can see is that you will find a couple of hashes here. All right, so now what we will do is, actually what I want to do is open the VI editor, because I do not believe John the Ripper would be able to read um, the hash with this marker here. So what I will do is go on ahead and insert and remove it. And again, that first hash that you see up there is no longer crackable anymore, because John the Ripper can only crack one particular hash from any particular file once. So now what we will do is get out of insert mode, and then we will, I think it's WQ. All right, cool. So we've added the hash file. And the reason why I wanted to demonstrate this in the first place is because with the capabilities that John the Ripper has, if you were to get access to any sort of like word list or any sort of like file where hashes are being stored for passwords, because essentially both in Windows and in Linux environments, passwords are often stored through hashes. And so if you have any sort of ability, like as a malicious attacker, if you're able to get access to the primary directory or folder that has this sort of password information, then you could legitimately just, let's say, I mean, John the Ripper in particular is actually used for, ethical hacking and whatnot, but it can also be used by really any sort of, I would say, amateurish attacker if your environment is not secure. But anyways, now what we will do is call to the John tool using the terminal. So what we will do here is I'm going to use a very popular word list that's actually built into Kali called rocku.txt. And yes, that is not made up, But anyways, the way that we would do that is just type John. And as you can see here, it's already appended here as a matter of fact. Let me just make sure the syntax is correct. So essentially what this is doing is it is calling to a word list, and the format is going to be raw.md5. And the reason why we're using this format is because the hashes that were typed out earlier were submitted as MD5 hashes. And so if I go on ahead and push enter here, it should go on ahead and crack the passwords from those hashes. So let's go on ahead and see if that works. All right, and as you can see, it was able to immediately identify password and Goku. So as you can see, it was able to go in, read the hash file, and immediately convert those passwords over based on the word list that was used, which is rocky.txt. It does not surprise me at all that these two passwords are some of the most commonly used. So, but anyways, that's pretty much it for this demonstration. Of course, there's a lot more that you can do with John the Ripper. I mean, you can create custom rules, which I believe you would have to do to, I believe the way that you would do that is to actually go in and edit the configuration file. I believe the directory for that is etc/john/john.conf or something like that. And honestly, what I might do is go on ahead and make another video, probably in a future date, just kind of demonstrating how rule sets work for John the Ripper. But for the purpose of this video, I just wanted to show you how John the Ripper can really be used to crack passwords and check for password security. But anyways, as usual, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.